Hello, dear English learners, and welcome back to everyone listening to our channel today. Today, we have a secret to tell you about speaking English, and it might surprise you because it is the opposite of what you think. Many people think they must speak very fast to be good at English, but Emily and I are here to tell you why speaking slowly is actually your superpower.
That is exactly right, Paul, and I am so excited to talk about this topic on Mr. English Academy Pro. We are going to help you feel confident, relaxed, and powerful when you speak. So please make sure you like this video right now to support us. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel and share this episode with a friend who is learning English just like you.
Yes, please watch this video until the very end because we have a beautiful real-life story to share with you that will change how you think. Many beginners feel nervous when they speak slowly, but we want to show you that slow learners actually become the strongest speakers in the future. So, let's take a deep breath, relax our shoulders, and start this amazing conversation together.
I love that idea, Paul, because rushing makes us make many mistakes and feel very stressed. When you run too fast, you might fall down, and speaking a new language is exactly the same as running. So let's learn why being a slow learner is actually a wonderful thing for your brain and your confidence.
Exactly, Emily, because when we speak slowly, we give our brain time to find the correct words and the correct grammar. If you try to speak fast like a native speaker immediately, you will only feel frustrated, and you might want to quit. We want you to enjoy English, not suffer through it. So let's explore why slow is actually strong.
It is like building a house, Paul. You cannot build a strong house in just one day. If you build it too fast, the walls will fall down, and your English foundation works the same way. We want our listeners to build a strong house of English, brick by brick, so they can speak perfectly in the future.
That is a perfect example, Emily, and I know many of our listeners need to hear this today. Please remember to check the subscribe button one more time because we upload these helpful conversations every single day just for you. Now, let's move to the next section and talk about the pressure of speed.
Paul, I remember when I started learning Spanish, I tried to speak so fast because I wanted to sound smart. But nobody understood me, and I felt very embarrassed and sad. Do you think our listeners feel this pressure to speak fast too?
Oh, absolutely, Emily. I think every English learner feels that pressure every single day. They watch movies and hear actors speaking very quickly, so they think they must copy that speed immediately. But this is a trap. Because speed without clarity is just noise.
You are right. It is just noise if the other person cannot understand what you are saying. When we rush, our tongue gets twisted, and we forget simple words that we actually know very well. It is much better to say 3 words clearly than 10 words that nobody understands.
I always tell my students that speaking fast is not the definition of fluency. Fluency means you can communicate your ideas smoothly, even if you speak slowly. You can be a very fluent speaker at a slow speed, and you will sound very professional and intelligent.
That is such an important point, Paul, because powerful people usually speak slowly. Think about presidents or great leaders. They take their time when they speak, so everyone can hear them. They do not rush because they know their words are important and valuable.
Yes, and when you rush, you also show the world that you are nervous or unconfident. But when you slow down, you show the world that you are calm and in control of your language. It changes how people look at you, and it changes how you feel about yourself.
So if you are listening to us right now, please stop trying to win a race. There is no prize for finishing your sentence the fastest, but there is a prize for being understood. Let's learn to love the pause and the slow pace.
Emily, do you know the old story of the tortoise and the hare? It is a famous story where the slow turtle wins the race against the fast rabbit. I think this story is perfect for English learners because the turtle keeps moving forward without stopping.
I love that story, Paul, because the rabbit ran fast, but he got tired and distracted. The turtle was slow, but he was consistent. And consistency is the key to learning English. If you learn a little bit every day slowly, you will definitely reach your goal.
Exactly. And we can call this turtle power because it is a hidden strength. When you learn slowly, you remember the vocabulary deeply, and it stays in your brain forever. Fast learners often forget everything the next week because they did not study deeply.
Deep learning is what we always talk about here at Mr. English Academy Pro. It is better to know 10 phrases perfectly than to know 100 phrases that you cannot use. The turtle power method means you respect the learning process and you are kind to yourself.
Being kind to yourself is so important, Emily, because learning a language is a long journey. If you are always angry at yourself for being slow, you will lose your motivation. You must celebrate your slow progress because forward movement is always good.
I agree completely, Paul, and I think slow learners actually have better pronunciation in the end because they take their time to say the sounds correctly. Their mouth learns the right muscle movements. Fast learners often develop bad habits that are very hard to fix later.
That is true. So let's all agree to be proud turtles starting from today. We will walk slowly, we will learn deeply, and we will definitely cross the finish line. Now, I think it is time to share a real story that will touch everyone's heart.
Yes, Paul, I have a letter here from a learner named Sarah, and she wants to share her story. She says, "Hello, my name is Sarah, and 2 years ago I moved to London to start a new job. I was very excited, but I was also terrified because my English was very basic."
Wow, moving to London with basic English is a very brave and scary thing to do. Please continue, Emily. What happened to Sarah when she arrived there? I am sure many listeners can relate to that feeling of fear.
Sarah continues, "On my first day at work, I tried to speak very fast during the meeting. I wanted my boss to think I was smart, so I spoke quickly without thinking. But I used the wrong words, and suddenly the whole room went silent."
Oh no, that is a nightmare situation, and I can imagine how her face must have turned red. It is terrible when you try to impress people and it goes wrong. What did Sarah do after the room went silent?
She says, "My boss looked at me and said, 'Sarah, I do not understand anything you just said.' I felt like crying and I wanted to run away and go back to my home country. I went to the bathroom and I cried for 20 minutes because I felt like a failure."
That is so heartbreaking, Emily, and I just want to give Sarah a big hug right now. But failure is often the beginning of success, so I hope she didn't give up. Did she decide to quit her job or did she try a different way?
She wrote, "I decided to stay. but I made a promise to myself that day. I promised that I would never rush again, even if I sounded like a child. The next day, I spoke very slowly, taking a pause after every sentence to think.
That was a very brave decision, to slow down even when you are afraid. It takes a lot of courage to speak slowly when everyone else is speaking fast. I am very curious to know if her new method worked better with her boss.
So Sarah says that when she started speaking slowly, something amazing happened in the office. People actually stopped looking at their phones and started listening to her words. She realized that her slow speed made people pay more attention, not less.
That is incredible, Emily. And it proves exactly what we were talking about earlier. When she rushed, she was just background noise. But when she slowed down, she became a speaker. She gave her colleagues time to process her information and understand her ideas.
Yes, and she also mentioned that her stress levels went down completely. She said, "When I spoke slowly, I didn't feel like my heart was exploding anymore. I felt calm, and I could actually find the English words that I studied at home."
That is the biological benefit of slowing down. Your brain stops panicking. When you are calm, your memory works better and you can access your vocabulary. Panic closes the door to your memory, but calmness opens it wide.
Sarah also noticed that she made fewer grammar mistakes because she could hear herself. She could catch a mistake before she said it or correct it immediately. This made her English improve much faster than when she was rushing.
It is funny, isn't it, that slowing down actually makes you improve faster. It seems like a paradox, but Sarah's story shows that it is the absolute truth. We need to trust this process, just like Sarah did in her office.
I think Sarah is a hero for sharing this vulnerable moment with us. She went from crying in the bathroom to commanding the meeting room just by changing her speed. It's a simple change, but it has a massive impact on your life.
Let's talk a bit more about the technique Sarah used, which is pausing. Pausing is not just silence. It is a tool for your brain to catch up. Native speakers pause all the time, so you should not be afraid of silence.
That is right, Paul. Silence can actually be very powerful and confident. When you pause, you are telling the listener, "Wait for me. What I am about to say is important." It is much better than saying or constantly to fill the space.
Using and happens when we are afraid of the silence. But if you just take a breath instead, you sound much more intelligent. Try to replace your ums and uhs with a silent breath and see how different you sound.
And pausing also helps the person who is listening to you, not just you. If you speak non-stop, the listener's brain gets tired and they stop focusing. Small breaks act like periods and commas in writing. They organize your speech.
We call this chunking in English teaching, where you break sentences into small pieces. For example, instead of saying, "I went to the store to buy apples," you say, "I went to the store to buy apples." It is clearer, it is easier, and it is much more beautiful to listen to.
That is a great example, Paul, and it makes the rhythm of English sound natural. English has a music to it, and you need time to find that rhythm. If you run, you destroy the music, but if you walk, you can find the beat.
So, listeners, please practice pausing today when you speak to yourself or others. Do not fear the quiet moments. Use them to think and prepare your next strong word. Now, let's talk about connection.
We must remember that language is for connecting with other human beings. If I speak to you, Paul, I want to connect with you, not just throw words at you. Slow speaking allows us to make eye contact and see if the other person understands.
That is the heart of communication, Emily. Connection and understanding. If I am looking at you and speaking slowly, I can see your reaction. If you look confused, I can stop and explain again, which makes me a better communicator.
Exactly. But if I am rushing, I am usually looking at the floor or looking inside my own head. I'm not checking to see if you are with me on this journey. Real conversation is a two-way street, not a highway race.
I think deep connection only happens when we are present in the moment. When you rush, you are thinking about the future, about the next sentence. When you speak slowly, you are here, right now, with the person you are talking to.
And that makes the listener feel respected and valued, Paul. Sarah's boss listened to her because she respected herself enough to take her time. When you value your own words, other people will value them too.
It is a beautiful circle of respect that starts with you slowing down. So ask yourself, do you want to be fast or do you want to be connected? I think we all know the answer is connection.
I definitely choose connection, and I know our Mr. English Academy Pro family does too. Now, for the deep learning, let's listen to Sarah's story one more time. Repetition helps us understand even better.
We are going to read Sarah's story again, but this time listen for her feelings. Listen to how she changed her mindset from fear to confidence.
Hello, my name is Sarah, and 2 years ago I moved to London. On my first day, I tried to speak very fast, but nobody understood me. My boss said, "I do not understand," and I cried in the bathroom, feeling like a failure.
Hearing it a second time, I can really feel the pain of that first day. But remember, the pain was caused by the pressure to be fast. Now, Emily, please read the part about her solution again.
I promised never to rush again. The next day, I spoke very slowly and took pauses. People stopped checking their phones and listened to me, and I felt calm and confident.
That transformation is just as powerful the second time we hear it. From nobody understood me to people listened to me. The only variable that changed was the speed of her speech.
It proves that you do not need more vocabulary to be a better speaker immediately. You just need to control the speed of the vocabulary you already have. You have the tools. You just need to use them slowly.
Thank you, Sarah, for that inspiring story that teaches us so much. I hope every listener remembers Sarah the next time they feel nervous. Just take a deep breath and channel your inner Sarah.
Now that we know why we should slow down, let's talk about how to do it. One great tip is to read out loud, but read in slow motion. Take a book and read it at half of your normal speed.
That is excellent advice, Emily, and you can record yourself doing this. Record your voice on your phone speaking slowly, and then listen to it. You will be surprised at how clear and professional you sound on the recording.
Another tip is to practice shadowing with our videos here on Mr. English Academy Pro. When you listen to Paul and me, try to repeat after us exactly as we speak. We speak clearly and at a good pace, so copy our rhythm.
Yes, do not try to speed us up. Try to match our emotion and our pauses. Also, use your body language to help you slow down. If you move your hands slowly, your speech will naturally become slower too.
That is a funny trick, but it really works because body and mind are connected. Also, take a deep breath before you answer any question. That one deep breath gives you 2 seconds of thinking time and calms your nervous system.
And finally, tell people you are learning English. It is okay to say, "I am learning, please be patient with me." People are usually very kind and helpful when they know you are learning.
Being honest takes the pressure off your shoulders immediately. So practice these tips. Read slow, record yourself, shadow us, breathe deep, and be honest. Simple steps for a big result.
Wow, we have talked about so many deep concepts today, Emily. But before we finish, I think it is time for something very special that every beginner English learners really loves. It is time for our vocabulary breakdown.
Yes, this is the part where we teach you 8 powerful, hard words that most beginners do not know yet. If you learn these words, you will sound like a very advanced and intelligent speaker. Are you ready to upgrade your English?
Let's do it. I will say the word and Emily will tell us the meaning, the part of speech, and a perfect example. 1. Enunciate.
Enunciate is a verb. It means to pronounce words very clearly and distinctly so everyone understands you. Example: if you want to be a strong speaker, you must enunciate every syllable. Do not eat your words.
2. Retention. That is a beautiful word.
Retention is a noun. It means the ability to keep or hold information in your memory for a long time. Example: learning slowly helps with vocabulary retention so you don't forget the words tomorrow.
3. Internalize. I love this one.
Internalize is a verb. It means to learn something so deeply that it becomes a part of you and you use it naturally without thinking. Example: you need to repeat the sentence many times to internalize the grammar rules.
4. Coherent. This one is very important for our topic.
Coherent is an adjective. It means logical, clear, and easy to understand when your ideas connect together perfectly. Example: when Sarah slowed down, her story became coherent, and her boss understood everything.
5. Vital. This is a short but strong word.
Vital is an adjective. It means absolutely necessary or extremely important, essential for life or success. Example: it is vital to take pauses when you speak English so your brain can relax.
6. Inevitable. This next word describes mistakes.
Inevitable is an adjective. It means certain to happen, unavoidable. You cannot stop it from happening. Example: making mistakes is inevitable when learning a new language, so don't be afraid of them.
7. Momentum. Oh, I like the sound of this one.
Momentum is a noun. It means the strength or force that allows something to continue growing stronger or faster as time passes. Example: even if you learn slowly, you are building momentum every day, and soon you will be unstoppable.
All right, this is our final beautiful word for today. 8. Authentic.
Authentic is an adjective. It means real, genuine, and true, not copying someone else. Example: do not try to copy a fast actor. Be an authentic speaker with your own natural speed.
Wow, Emily, those are some seriously powerful words. If our listeners use words like enunciate, retention, and coherent, they will impress everyone.
Exactly, Paul. So please write one of these new words in the comments below to practice it immediately.
We have learned so much today about why slow learners become strong speakers. We learned that speed causes mistakes, but slowness builds a strong foundation. We also learned from Sarah that slowing down brings respect and confidence.
Yes, Paul, and I hope our listeners feel a sense of relief now. You do not need to rush. You are exactly where you need to be. Enjoy your English journey. Take your time and speak with pride.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Mr. English Academy Pro. If this conversation helped you, please type "I am a strong, slow learner" in the comments below. We love reading your comments and hearing your stories.
And don't forget to like this video, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to our new channel so you never miss a daily lesson with us. We are here to help you every step of the way, slowly and surely. We will see you in the next video.
Keep practicing, keep pausing, and keep believing in yourself. Goodbye for now, and have a wonderful day of learning.
Goodbye, everyone.